I'm 74 years old. I've personally witnessed decades of history on nearly every continent, and I've seen some truly crazy times, booms and busts, hyperinflation and deflation, military coups, civil wars, and social revolutions, plus sweeping technological revolutions. But I have never seen anything like this. Even before the latest crisis began, the global economy was already in transition, already on the verge of turmoil with a massive shift in wealth and power. Then, a frightening new coronavirus suddenly burst onto the scene, spread rapidly around the globe, and mutated into an even more contagious strain. Our cities became ghost towns. Global markets plunged. Leaders lurched from inaction to reaction. The U.S. Federal Reserve unleashed the greatest tsunami of money printing in the history of civilization, and massive amounts of wealth rushed from the brick-and-mortar economy to the modern digital economy. All of these sudden changes, the pandemic, the economic collapse, the Fed money printing, and the massive shift in wealth to the digital economy happened in rapid succession, one after the other, and they're still happening right now. But the dramatic changes you've seen so far pale in comparison to what's coming next. I'm talking about the greatest money revolution and the single greatest investment opportunity the world has seen in centuries past, or will probably see in centuries to come. Today, I will show you exactly how you can profit. I'll name a core investment that has already doubled in value just in the last 6 months and is likely to double again over the next 6 months. And I'll tell you about 3 others that are surging up to 29 times faster. But first, I want to help you better understand the full dimensions of this amazing money revolution. This money revolution will transform nearly every investment and nearly every investment market in the world today. It will radically change how you borrow and lend money, how you buy and sell stocks, bonds, commodities, real estate, and more. It will directly compete with or even replace stockbrokers, commercial banks, investment banks, even central banks. It's so pervasive, so fundamental, and so far-reaching that I can only describe it as the greatest money revolution of all time. Most people, though, have never even heard of it, and yet it's already spreading around the globe, gaining momentum and making early investors wealthy. It's a completely new, safer, cheaper, faster, and much more profitable financial system. And it's built on the same basic technology that was used to create Bitcoin. As you've probably seen, Bitcoin has surged in value, but Bitcoin itself is not the primary cryptocurrency that's leading this great money revolution. The cryptocurrencies leading this revolution, especially the ones I'll name today, have gone up 3 times more than Bitcoin, 5 times more than Bitcoin, even 29 times more than Bitcoin. Exactly why are they surging? And how much money could you make? Well, first let me answer those questions about Bitcoin. Then I'll tell you more about the cryptocurrencies that are leading this great money revolution. Actually, we gave investors answers to the Bitcoin questions back in February of 2020, before Bitcoin blasted off. And the main reason we gave was a crypto trigger event called the Bitcoin halving. We explained that the Bitcoin halving cuts new supplies of Bitcoin in half, which naturally drives prices higher. What's more important, we demonstrated that every single time the Bitcoin halving occurred in the past, it helped create some of the biggest fortunes of the century, minting hundreds of new millionaires and even billionaires. For example, the previous time the Bitcoin halving took place, in 2016, you could have made over 30 times your money, enough to turn $10,000 into over $300,000. Better yet, if you bought another popular cryptocurrency, Litecoin, on that same day in 2016, you could have multiplied your money 80 times, enough to turn $10,000 into more than $800,000. And if you had invested $10,000 in a crypto called NEM, you could have made about $2 million, or 200 times your money, all in less than 17 months. Last year, we told investors all of this was going to happen again. And sure enough, it is happening again, just as we said it would. Check off the boxes of our forecasts, and you'll see what I mean. We had the Bitcoin halving, right on schedule. Check. We have Bitcoin surging once again, up by more than $10,000 so far. Check. We have other cryptocurrencies surging 3, 10, even 20 times more. Check. And now, on top of all that, we have the pandemic crisis, we have central banks printing trillions of dollars, and we have the ultimate solution to this chaos, which is the Great Money Revolution I'm talking about today. The Great Money Revolution will usher in a completely new, previously unimaginable future. A global financial market without banks, without bank fees, brokers, middlemen, clearinghouses, even without central banks themselves. A world where every transaction is directly between the seller and the buyer, completely secure, completely private, and beyond the reach of any government or government money printing. It's a new financial marketplace that will challenge, that will transform, or will even replace a growing share of the existing global financial markets. Just consider how enormous that opportunity really is. The traditional stock and bond markets are worth more than $200 trillion today. And now, this financial revolution is about to challenge a growing share of those $200 trillion. In fact, it's already experiencing explosive growth. In the next couple of years, if it replaces just a 1% share of the global financial markets, this new niche sector could experience 200 times growth. Suppose it achieves a 10% share, then it will have grown 2,000 times, and it's already on its way. One reason it's growing so fast is because a select group of savvy investors around the world see how central banks are printing money by the trillions. They see how government is threatening to destroy the monetary system. And they see how that entirely new world of finance is probably the only viable solution. So they're rushing to buy the key assets that make this revolution possible. They see how in this new world you can borrow and lend money, buy and sell stocks without a bank, without a broker, without an agent or middleman of any kind, all peer-to-peer, direct between lender and borrower or between buyer and seller. That means no usual middleman fees. Since you cut out the middleman, you cut out the large fees and markups that middlemen typically charge. Think about that. It's huge. No confiscation. There's no way government can confiscate your assets with this new financial system. You, and you alone, retain full control over your assets. And you can take physical possession of them almost any time, instantly. No fear of bank failures, like the bank failures we saw in the Great Debt Crisis, for example. Why? Because there are no banks. And most important, no money printing by governments that can debase the currency your assets are denominated in. So, precisely when central banks are going wild, printing trillions of dollars, precisely when some of the greatest threats ever to the global economy are swirling all around us, along comes this very viable alternative that can revolutionize and stabilize financial markets. In fact, this could be the only way to pull the world back out from the brink of chaos. We're not talking just about one Apple Inc. or one Amazon.com. We're not talking about just one sector of one economy. We're talking about a new global financial structure that's starting to challenge the entire $200 trillion global financial marketplace. And you can profit immensely from its rapid growth starting right now, even as the traditional economy continues gasping for air. So what is this financial revolution? And how do you make money from its explosive growth? Well, it's called decentralized finance, or DeFi for short. And already, just in the last 8 months, its actual usage has grown by more than 1,800%. That's an annualized growth rate in excess of 2,700%. Now, that's a true super boom, fueling a massive wave of profit opportunities. So here's the key. The way to make money from this super boom is to buy the cryptocurrencies that represent the actual building blocks of this new financial system. I'm talking about the cryptocurrencies that are leading the charge in this new world of decentralized finance, DeFi. As I said a moment ago, one of those cryptocurrencies typically rises 3 times more than Bitcoin. Another has jumped nearly 5 times more than Bitcoin. And a third is literally going through the roof, rising 29 times more than Bitcoin. And this is just the beginning of what could be the single greatest opportunity since the launch of Bitcoin itself. That's saying a heck of a lot, because a lot of money has been made in Bitcoin. Just consider the history of my own company, Weiss Ratings. About 10 years ago, a Weiss executive was offered 200 Bitcoins stored on a small pen drive. Back then, it was just a gift, barely worth a nice lunch for 4. Today, that small, friendly gift would be worth more than $2 million. And a few years later, one of our Weiss analysts explained the amazing future of Bitcoin to a relatively small group of our readers. If each of those readers had bought just 1 Bitcoin at that time, they could have made over $278 million in profits collectively. And these are just a couple of the examples of how my team took an early interest in Bitcoin, and how Bitcoin has created, or could have created, thousands of instant millionaires and even a few billionaires. But there's more. You see, that's when we embarked together on a monumental new project to develop the world's first and only cryptocurrency ratings. At that point in time, late 2017, investors all over the world were going absolutely nuts for Bitcoin. Crypto markets were in bubble land, grossly overpriced, and extremely risky. So our new crypto ratings naturally reflected that. And when we issued our first ratings, we gave Bitcoin a mediocre grade. Not a single crypto got an A, and so our message to investors was absolutely clear. Stay away or get the heck out. Well, Bitcoin lovers around the world erupted in rage. They even mounted a cyber attack on our Weiss Crypto Ratings website. Fortunately for us, the attack failed. But unfortunately for Bitcoin owners, we were right. Bitcoin crashed, and investors who failed to heed our warnings saw their portfolios lose most of their value. Then, 1 year later, on December 12, 2018, when the price of Bitcoin was hitting rock bottom, That's when we announced to the world that it was finally time to start buying Bitcoin. Our announcement went viral. CoinIntel News broadcast it all over the internet, and they said, quote, Weiss Ratings calls the bottom. Bitcoin News wrote, Weiss Ratings declares now best time to buy Bitcoin. And there were countless blogs and websites that picked it up too. Sure enough, 3 days later, Bitcoin hit rock bottom, and that was the end of the crypto bear market of 2018. Now, the crypto crowd doesn't hate us anymore. One crypto commentator wrote, Your transparent and unbiased ratings will bring light to the darkness and murky crypto world. Forbes, CNBC, Fortune, The Motley Fool, and many others told their readers about the importance of the Weiss crypto ratings. And crypto blogs all over the world have praised our Weiss ratings experts for their uncanny accuracy in pinpointing the best cryptos to buy and the right time to buy them. So here are the steps I recommend you take. Your first step is to avoid our low-rated coins. We currently rate over 1,000 cryptocurrencies, and the overwhelming majority of those get bad grades. Don't touch them with a 10-foot pole, no matter what hype you may hear on the internet. Let me name 7, which are among the ones that many investors are getting sucked into right now. Bitcoin SV, not Bitcoin itself, mind you, but rather Bitcoin SV, which is another crypto entirely. Plus, I'd avoid Digibyte, Verge, OneChain, Skycoin, Nano, and Electroneum. Just by avoiding these kinds of low-rated cryptos, you cut your risk by a large margin. As with any investment, eliminating all of the risk is impossible, a fact of life that's especially true for cryptocurrencies. And that's why it's so important to focus on the few cryptocurrencies that merit our best ratings. Your second step is to invest not only in Bitcoin, but also in the 3 cryptos poised to help you make triple, 5 times more, even 20 times more than Bitcoin. I call them super cryptos. And in a moment, I'll give you an opportunity to download our latest report on each one for free. Super crypto number 1 is an absolutely essential building block of decentralized finance. After the Bitcoin halving in 2016, it surged over 3 times more than Bitcoin. And after the halving of 2020, it again surged 3 times more than Bitcoin. You know, we see this 3-to-1 pattern time and time again. And so I can say with a high level of confidence that in a crypto bull market, you have the potential to make at least 3 times more in this super crypto than you can make in Bitcoin. Why is super crypto number 1 so important right now? Because its network is the paramount world computer that circles the globe and is shared by millions of users on Earth. Not just people connected on the internet like you and me right now, but much, much more than that. With this super crypto, millions of users also share an ultra-secure database, a decentralized database that's replicated and distributed all across the globe. That's the miracle of the blockchain that Bitcoin is based on. But unlike Bitcoin, this supercrypto's global network is where millions of users can also share thousands of computer programs called decentralized applications, or dApps. And these dApps include the programs that let you borrow and lend or trade stocks directly with your peers anywhere in the world, that are giving birth to the great money revolution. We tell you all about it in our special free report, Super Crypto Number 1, the world computer that will take over the internet. This giant world computer is everywhere. North America, Europe, Asia, in every continent on the planet. But it lacks one thing. It does not have eyes and ears to know what's happening in the financial markets. For that, it needs something that connects it to the real world, that feeds it real-time data on current prices from all the financial markets of the world: New York, London, Frankfurt, Dubai, Hong Kong, Tokyo, even São Paulo, Johannesburg, and Sydney. And that connection is provided primarily by the second super crypto. We tell you all about it in our just released free report, Super Crypto Number 2, the eyes and ears of the world computer. This is the super crypto that's surging 5 times faster than Bitcoin and should continue to do so for years to come. But if you think that's exciting, wait till you read about Super Crypto Number 3, the DeFi leader that's making investors 29 times more than Bitcoin. This super crypto is the single fastest growing asset in the new world of decentralized finance. Why? Because it's the provider of the highest safe yields in the world today. Some people say it's like a virtual bank. Others say it's like a digital hedge fund. But no matter what you call it, the fact is, if you're a depositor, you can earn yields that are many times greater than what you could get in a bank CD today. And if you're an early investor, starting in July of 2020, you've already made 29 times more than you could have made with Bitcoin. Should you invest all your money in these cryptocurrencies? No, of course not. But with the profit potential they can provide, you don't have to invest all your money. You can invest just a small fraction of your money and still have the opportunity to make a real difference for yourself and for your family. Your next step is to download all 3 reports for free. Normally, each of these reports sells for $79, or a total of $237 for the 3. But you get them all at 0 cost when you accept a risk-free trial in Weiss Ratings' flagship newsletter on cryptocurrencies, the Weiss Crypto Investor. Each month, Weiss Crypto Investor brings you fresh, hot, money-making opportunities from 2 of the brightest crypto nerds I've ever met. The first is Juan Villaverde. He's the crypto researcher and advanced mathematician who's the main architect of our crypto ratings model. The second is Bruce Ng. Bruce has 2 advanced degrees in physics and has proved to be among the world's foremost experts in the little-known cryptocurrencies with 100-fold profit potential. He's the expert that originally discovered Super Crypto Number 2, the eyes and ears of the world computer, which has since surged 5 times more than Bitcoin. And he's also the expert who discovered Super Crypto Number 3, the leader of decentralized finance, which has surged 29 times more than Bitcoin. Juan and Bruce literally exude knowledge and enthusiasm for cryptocurrencies. Every month, they'll alert you to little-known cryptos poised for exponential growth. They'll also warn you away from hyped-up cryptos that look good on the surface, but you shouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Each month, you'll get Juan's and Bruce's latest forecasts and hottest recommendations. Now, normally, 1 year of Weiss Crypto Investor goes for $268. But if you click the button below, I'll send you 12 monthly issues for just $79. That's only 21 cents a day, probably less than what's in the cracks of your couch. Plus, when you join now, I'll rush you all 3 reports as my thank you for giving Weiss Crypto Investor a try. And to make it as easy as possible to start trading the cryptos we recommend, I also want you to have another major bonus: Crypto Investing for Newcomers, a step-by-step video course. That's a $189 value. In fact, this in-depth video course tells you everything you need to know to get started with cryptocurrencies, what they are, why they're so valuable, and how to invest in them. We show you step by step precisely how to open an account on a reputable crypto exchange. And we show you how getting started in crypto is really not difficult. Now, it is unfamiliar to investors who are accustomed to strictly stock investing, but once you're up and running, it's really no more difficult than investing online with your broker. And with this course, you'll have everything you need laid out like ABC, so you can soon start buying the highest rated cryptos in Weiss Crypto Investor. Still, it's important to always stay up to date with the latest news as well. And with that in mind, I will also give you a free subscription to Weiss Crypto Alert. That's the e-letter we publish every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know, the crypto world moves faster than any other market on the planet. And our Weiss Crypto Alert keeps you on the cutting edge of all things crypto. 3 times each week, our team of analysts gives you expert commentary. We alert you to up-and-coming opportunities. We warn you about scams and misinformation. We provide our unbiased responses to the breaking crypto news of the day. Try Weiss Crypto Investor for 12 full months. If you're not absolutely thrilled with the money our recommendations can make for you, just let me know and I'll rush you a full refund, no questions asked. I'll give you back every penny you've paid for your subscription, and you can still keep all your special reports. My gift to you, even if you cancel on the last day of your membership. All told, you get $615 in free gifts and discounts. Just listen to what others are saying.
The Weiss cryptocurrency ratings are not based on fashionable trends, friendship, or opinions. They're based on tens of thousands of daily calculations on each cryptocurrency. They are scientific and 100% objective. That's what gives investors the truly greatest profit potential in several generations.
The cryptos with the highest Weiss ratings have outperformed gold by a mile. With a small investment of just $3,000, you could have made over $200,000.
I welcome that you're now part of the cryptocurrency industry, bringing along your analytical mind and fearlessness. Welcome and bravo. It takes a great mind to do what you did in the industry, albeit controversial.
You saved me and my father a lot of money back in 1999 and in 2008 by warning us of the cesspool banks and companies that were ready to implode. It's nice to see you are looking into crypto now. Look forward to following your research and grades.
Join now for just 21 cents per day. Go for the hefty profits and save $615, including 5 free gifts. Your first free gift is Super Crypto number 1, the world computer that's about to take over the internet. Your second free gift, Super Crypto number 2, the eyes and ears of the world computer. Your third free gift, Super Crypto number 3, the DeFi leader that's making investors 29 times more than Bitcoin. Your gift number 4, Crypto Investing for Newcomers, a step-by-step video course. Gift number 5, Weiss Crypto Alert via email 3 times weekly. I want to do everything possible to make this work for you. So click below and try Weiss Crypto Investor for 1 full year. If you're not thrilled with the money our recommendations can make for you, just let me know and I'll rush you a full refund, even if it's the last day of your subscription. And you can keep all 5 gifts, my way of saying thank you for giving Weiss Crypto Investor a try. This is Martin Weiss, founder of Weiss Ratings, thanking you for your time and hoping to see you again here very soon.